Hi everyone, my name is Edith Gochalia, Mrs. Malunda. Well, I was Mrs. Malunda until the 20th of June when I lost the love of my life. He fell sick, he had COVID, so we were in the hospital for close to 3 weeks and then he passed. So I come to you with the story of loss, but also I want to share my change and also to learn and unlearn certain things about change. So the death of my husband encouraged me to work at reaching out to people who have gone through different changes. Of course, death is one of the changes that we are faced with that gives us no choice but to savor through life. But also there are some things that happen to us and actually cause change, because change is simply an altering in our daily running of our lives. So the change that has happened to me has forced me to live outside of my own life, to live in a way that glorifies God, to live in a way that is not just for me, but to take into account the well-being of others. Not that I used not to, but I look at life a lot differently. My perspective of life has a lot changed since then. And with that came this particular program, Changing Times. Because we live in changing times, we are going to have time to share, to learn, to unlearn, and to unwind, discuss, debate, talk about these things that cause us change, which requires us to alter our schedules, our lives, our perspectives, and all that kind of thing. So I came up with Changing Times, which is going to be on Instagram. It's already the channel is already there. Please subscribe. Changing Times _now. Please subscribe to it. Changing Times _now. We're also going to be on YouTube. I request that you subscribe, that you encourage others to join us, and we sail through this life. We sail through the change that has happened to us over times. Sometimes it is the loss of loved ones, loss of people we know, the loss of things. You know how the pandemic has treated us. The pandemic, especially the second wave, it did not leave us the same. Businesses closed, people lost their jobs, people lost their valuables, people lost loved ones, people fell ill. There's been changes in everyone's life. I was in the hospital for some really good time, and I saw how people's lives were reduced to a certain bed. Okay, so this bed did not know whether you were big or small or rich or poor. People's lives changed, and that gave me the feeling that sometimes we go through things, and because we do not talk about these things, it does not mean that they have not changed our lives. We just flow with the change, and sometimes as we flow, we may not even thrive as well as we should, because we don't have the tools. We don't know what to do. Better still, we don't know who to talk to. When my change happened, I was privileged, first of all, to have friends, but also to know what to do, to know who to seek help from. Ultimately, I knew that God was there, and I knew that He knew this before it even happened. And I was grateful that at least I was aware of that. But there is also the resources available to us. In my particular loss, I encouraged myself to take less of responsibilities of what was required of me. So I let my friends step up. They took over and ran my life for at least the first 2 months of the loss. And as I was in that space, trying to save a life, trying to see what to do with myself and my children, I also went out and sought professional help. Professional help is good because it keeps us in perspective. So I went and had sessions with a therapist. And I also reached out to people who are not just, professionals, but they're professionals and they're authorities in their different areas of training. So I reached out, and there is this wealth of knowledge that I did not necessarily have. Not that I didn't know, but I did not sink in me the way it should have probably come up when I needed it. And I'm grateful that as I go through my different levels of change, I can at least talk about it, I can share it, and who knows, it could help one or two people. So I encourage you, each one of you, our lovely audience, please reach out. Each one reach one. Please encourage others to join this, this wonderful space. Let's share. Let's be part of changing times. Let us follow the program through Instagram. Let us follow the program on YouTube. We are going to air twice a month, so we will be looking forward to meeting you, to sharing with you, and to enjoy this space. So the channel is Changing Times. On Instagram it is Changing Times _now. Please join us. Please be part of this. Let us enjoy the journey as the Lord leads us, because I know that the word says that for everything there is a season, and for every purpose there is a time to it. So let us enjoy the change. It may be unpleasant in the moment, but as you go through it, you realize that there is purpose, there is something that God wants you to do for the glory of his name. It is never about us. When I was going through my loss, as I still go through it in this valley of the loss, I know one thing, that God has purposed for me to reach out to the multitude. That I know. And I have opened myself up. I will share my story as it comes. I will talk about things from an honest perspective, because I know that he brought this to me so that it glorifies his name. And one of the ways to glorify the name of the Lord is to give it, to take it out. I don't want to die with it. I want to take it out. So let's enjoy Changing Times. Let us share about change. Let us discuss. Let us enjoy Changing Times. I welcome you all to this channel, and I hope that we're going to have a great time. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sparing time for us. Please, please, please do not forget to share. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to, be part of this. Let's be part of this. Changing Times, Changing Times, Changing Times. Please, we're on Instagram, Changing Times _now, and we're on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you all.